Hey guys, Ethan Bailey here, hope you're on a fantastic week. Now in this video what I'm going to do is break down the biggest mistake that ecom brand owners make. It's a very big mistake that costs them a lot of money and can also really affect their business on a negative side. I'm going to break that down, why it occurs and how you can deal with it. Now if you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the subscribe button below, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the biggest mistake that most brand owners make when running Facebook ads. So this could be a niche, home decor, jewelry, skincare, fashion, pet, whatever. Now, what actually is it? Running ads themselves. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, they're only saying that so they can run it and, charge me money, whatever. But this is a serious thing I keep seeing, and it has a lot of negative impacts when ecom brand owners run their own ads. Now, firstly, why would a brand owner actually consider running their own ads? And it is a consideration that comes up quite commonly. And it's just basically due to the fact that they've been burnt too many times by agencies. A lot of people have worked with 3 or 4 different agencies and they've all produced awful results for them. A few potentially don't want to invest in agency retainers. They think it's easy to run Facebook ads, which is one of the biggest mistakes they make. Or they think anybody can do it and they can potentially watch a few YouTube videos, they could potentially do a quick course, or they could potentially go and, get a content manager, marketing manager to run ads for the business, which is a big mistake. Now, story time. So I spoke to a brand yesterday and they had worked with 2 different agencies, and the past 2 agencies they'd worked with hadn't produced any results whatsoever, which is quite common. And then they considered to run ads themselves. Now, they ran ads themselves and they got worse results than the agency they worked with. They burnt a lot of money, a lot of resources, and it really had a negative effect on their business because they tried running it by themselves. And this was a skincare brand, and I'm sure there's many stories similar out there to jewelry brands, other skincare brands, fashion brands, etc. Because it is a very common consideration that a lot of brand owners think of. And if you are a brand owner and if you are watching this, please watch this whole video because you'll understand why thinking of running your own ads is a very bad idea. So why shouldn't brand owners run Facebook ads themselves? Well, the first thing is obviously time. Now, obviously, it requires quite a bit of time to run a successful Facebook ad campaign or, ads, whatever. So if you are a business owner, you've got so many other things to consider and so many other things to do. You've, of course, got the management of the team. You've got inventory. There's so many things you need to be worrying about than Facebook ads. So you won't put all your time and effort into it because you're spread thin over other areas. The main thing is the critical eye. Now, most media buyers or Facebook people like myself have been running ads for a while have this thing called the critical eye. So we can determine if an ad's going to work or not, and if it isn't going to work, how to make it work and what needs to be changed. Now, that critical eye comes from experience. And the only way to gain an experience isn't by completing courses or watching YouTube videos. The only way to gain that is by spending a lot of money on ads and seeing yourself and experiencing what ads have done well, what ads doesn't, and understanding that kind of critical eye element that unfortunately brand owners do not have, because if they start on ads themselves, they may start on, say, $100 per day, for example. And, there's people out there who spent, way over 7 figures on ads. So they've developed that critical eye. The second one is emotion-based decisions. So as a brand owner, you'll be investing your own money into the ad spend. So you'll see it differently to, a media buyer like myself, because what you'll be doing is you'll be thinking, okay, well, I put a lot of time into this ad, so I want to give it a little longer to test. I want to let it spend a little bit more. Or you'll run an ad for one day and it'll spend $30 and get 1 click and you're like, okay, turn this off. Whereas in reality, if you give it 2 more days, it could end up becoming a sale. And I've seen this happen where you implement a brand new ad into the ad account and it gets a cost per click of like $10 on the first day. So you spend $50, you get 5 clicks on the first day. Yeah, it's doing awful. But give it 2 more days and you've got sales coming in for like $15, and it just needs time to optimize and figure itself out. So that's when they invest too much emotion into it, because essentially they're investing their own money into it. That emotion is going to affect decisions. They're not going to be able to make logical decisions like someone like myself would make. And the main one is just no experience. So like I said, you can't just watch a few YouTube videos. You can't just be mentored by a guru. You can't just join a course and then within an hour or so decide to run ads by yourself. That's not how it works, because, you know, I hate to break it to you, but most of these courses out there are heavily outdated and teach inaccurate strategies. A lot of these gurus who, you know, preach Facebook ads, a lot of them don't even run Facebook ads. They're the CEO, so they focus on obviously getting clients. They don't really run Facebook ads themselves on a day-to-day basis. And a lot of these YouTube videos are posted 2 or 3 years ago. Now Facebook's changing every 3 or 4 months. You know, you've got the new ad set layout. You've got the, you know, the update with their policy where you have to pay to keep your data private. That was released recently, and those 2 things were released in the past 6 months. So everything is always changing, and that's why you should never really listen to all these gurus, etc. And, you know, just hire someone who actually knows what they're doing and can get the job done, because you may think it is easy, but you will lose a lot of money, and then you'll come to this belief of, okay, Facebook ads don't work. And then whilst everybody else in your space is growing and acquiring loads of customers and scaling to multi-6, 7 figures a year, you're going to be stuck because you'll still have that belief that Facebook ads don't work. Whereas in reality, they actually do work. You just don't know how to run them, or the agency that you work with doesn't have, you know, a clear strategy. So guys, that is the biggest mistake ecom brand owners make, and it's essentially running ads themselves, running their own Facebook ads. If you found the video helpful, feel free to hit the subscribe button below, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Now, if you want me to run your ads, look in the description below where it says have Ethan Bailey run my ads. Click the link there, schedule a very quick 15-minute chat with me, and we'll assess if you're a good fit to work with us. And that is everything. Hope you'll have a great week, and I'll see you next time.